Thank you for joining me tonight for the Beauty Restored cover reveal. Tonight I would like to share a short excerpt from Chapter 1. The old shuttle bus shuddered and kicked up gravel while navigating several switchback turns. Carmen's face turned ashen, and her stomach churned. Motion sickness getting to you? Carmen looked at her friend Gemma and managed a weak smile. Maybe a little. In truth, motion sickness wasn't her main concern. Roaring laughter from the back of the bus caught her attention. Carmen turned in her seat and watched two teens that Gemma introduced her to before they left the church in Little Rock. Lexi flipped her long blonde hair and whispered something to the brunette named Kiera next to her. She gave Lexi a playful slap on the arm and they dissolved into giggles again. Gemma elbowed Carmen. Don't stare for too long. They can smell fear. She slumped back against the seat and her blue eyes widened. Really? Gemma giggled. Of course not. Relax. We'll be just fine if we set some ground rules from the start. I'll take the lead, since I already know them from church, if you want me to. I'd appreciate that. These kids are a lot older than I'm used to working with. No problem. Her friend grabbed a checklist out of her backpack and studied it. Okay, so when we arrive, I'll go with the girls and get them registered. She peeked over the top of her checklist and flipped her short, dark brown hair. Will you be able to check in with the activities director? Don't forget to ask him for the keys to the art building and find out where to meet for the sponsors orientation. Carmen grinned, enjoying her friend's take-charge attitude. Gemma made checklists for everything. Sure thing, ma'am. She gave a pretend salute. What's his name? Gemma frowned, checking the list again. Let's see. Andrew Higgins. When I talked to him over the phone last week, he said to just call him Pastor Andrew. He sounded really friendly, and about middle-aged, I think. Just then the bus slowed, and Carmen saw the welcome sign for Beacon Chapel Youth Camp. Her pulse increased as the reality sank in. This camp, nestled in the Ozark Mountains, would be her home for the next 2 months. No turning back now. The road snaked around for about a half a mile, then they emerged at the top of a clearing. The view took her breath away. She never knew that Arkansas had such beautiful countryside. In her Kansas hometown, everything was flat. Not here. Mountains surrounded them on every side, and a glass chapel adorned the peak of one of them. Then, at the base of the mountains, a crystal-clear lake stretched out before them, with a dock and a small boathouse. The artist within her longed to grab the sketch pad inside her backpack and recreate the breathtaking scene on paper. But that would have to wait. She was here to work. If she had downtime later, maybe she'd hike back up and capture the scene. When the bus stopped, she helped guide the teens to the registration line. Then Carmen took off in search of the activities director. She asked around, but received several mixed answers. Several people said he hadn't arrived yet or came down sick. Finally, an older gentleman motioned toward a building to the right. I think he's in the cafeteria helping set up tables. Carmen thanked him and headed inside. There were several teenage boys laughing and joking as they helped set up tables and chairs. Carmen looked around but didn't see any adults, except for 2 college-aged guys helping the teens. She sighed and walked out to continue her search. But the screen door closed on her ankle and swallowed her flip-flop. Ouch! She cried and hopped around on one foot. When Carmen re-entered the building to retrieve her shoe, she almost tripped over a young man kneeling in the doorway. When he looked up, the combination of his dark hair and light eyes left her speechless. He held the shoe in his hand and motioned toward her bare foot. Here, may I? She nodded and held her breath as he placed the flip-flop back on her foot. The whole experience made her feel like a modern-day princess who'd lost her glass slipper at a ball. Her prince stood to his full height and gave her a charming smile. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? His words snapped her back to reality, and she let out a nervous giggle. Oh, I'm looking for Pastor Andrew, the activities director. Do you know where I can find him? A wide grin spread across his face, revealing a dimple in his left cheek. Well, you're in luck. He's standing right in front of you.